Good morning and welcome back to another video. Now, I haven't fallen off the face of the earth in terms of training. I went on holiday and kind of adapted my training, which I'm going to record a video today, so it will already be posted at the time that this video is posted. It's going to be like a short, let's say 10-minute video, just me talking about how to train while going on holiday, because I just had to make some adaptations, make some sacrifices, and we managed to get quite a lot done, which I'm happy about. In terms of being away, it was away for, let's say, 8 days, but one day was basically traveling to 7 days. Managed to train 2 times on the day before, on the day I went. Managed to train 6 times when I was on holiday, and then we're just back into the full rhythm. Did a 2-hour cycle yesterday. Longest cycle I've done so far. Did 53k, which, what is that, 40 miles? Something like that, in 2 hours, which I was super happy with. Now today we've got a swim, and we have got a run as well. It's Sunday. It is 8:20, so I'm going swimming a little bit later. Days have started a little bit later, and full transparency, I was actually up out of bed at 6 o'clock, was sat downstairs, I watched the England highlights, had my carbs, was planning to get to the pool for 6:30, but Freya messaged me. She's got like tonsillitis, sore throat, something like that, and asked if I would just watch Rome for a little bit, and he fell asleep on me for, I would probably say, almost an hour and a half. So 8 o'clock, he woke up, and then I've just come here to do my swim. Now, I will say, with being away, even though there was an Olympic pool there, there was a half Olympic pool there, I only managed to swim once, and that is just because of the timings of everything. The food opened at, or like breakfast opened at 8 o'clock, swimming pools opened at 8 o'clock, they were already having people around there. I only managed to do one swim while being away. I've made a promise to myself that I was meant to swim yesterday, but I was so tired after traveling. We got home at like 11:30, and then to get up at 6 to swim, I could have swum at like 8, but I actually didn't get out of bed didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock after the first alarms went off. So we're swimming once today, and then I'm gonna move the swim that I was meant to do. I can't remember what day it was, yesterday, over, and we're gonna try and do 3 swims next week to hopefully set a little bit of a standard. So then my coach turns around and goes, "Oh, you're gonna be doing 3 swims now," because we are 20 weeks out from Ironman Oman. Now when the intensity starts to ramp up a little bit in my training, so EG's, but Ironman build week starts 20 weeks out. That's like the name of the week. The training volume has picked up. We're now doing like 10-mile long run on Sunday. Again, we'll probably do another 50k cycle on the Saturday. Long swim is now 800 meters, which 1800 meters, which is the equivalent of doing almost a half Ironman. Then we got 10 by 1Ks in my speed intervals. I think that's 10 by 1Ks. It says 10 by 1, so let me just quickly look. No, I have lied to you. 10 by 1 minutes on. But we'll obviously cover all of these runs and training during each day when it pops up. But I just need to fit in another swim. Now, part of me thinks Monday, so tomorrow, is, quotations, the day off, but it isn't, because it is my upper body day, so that's like all I have really scheduled in there. Part of me thinks, do I protect that day and look at it as like, I need to make sure that this day here is just my rest day, all I'm doing is this little bit of strength training, or do I put a swim in there and swim Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or do we move some other things around? Like, I don't mind cycling a little bit later on a Saturday, but when they get longer, it's going to be harder. I know there's a lot of word vomit there for what I have just said, but basically 20 weeks out, training volume's ramped up. Gonna try and swim 3 times this week. We've got 2 cycles and then we've got 3 runs, which I know is eventually going to probably be 4 runs, 3 cycles, 3 swims as we get further into it. Probably need to speak to my coach about training volume, when he wants me to do more days, what I need to do. Do I need to get up earlier to be able to fit 2 sessions in before Rome gets in, before Freya wakes up and starts her day? Do I need to switch things around, train later in the evening so I can then do all my work, then go to the gym? It's just like little nitty gritty, but unfortunately my brain needs to know these things like well in advance, so then I can really start to structure my calendar around it. If you've seen my work calendar, it's pretty crazy. But we're gonna go get this swim done, which is 1600 meters, and it's called longer intervals. So we've got a warm-up which is around 400 meter warm-up, then the main set, which is going to be 3 lots of 200 meters with pull and paddle with 30-second rest, then a 2 times 150 meters with just the pull, and then, or pull buoy I should say. Then we've got 2 times 100 meters, which is a swim, 100 meter swim, last 50 strong. So last 50 kind of like a faster pace. And then we have a cool down, which is 2 times 50 with just the kick, with or without fins. I'll probably use fins because who doesn't love using them? But 8:30 now, get in the pool, get things done, and I probably won't record this. I'm just gonna get it checked off. I'll pick things back up just before I go to my treadmill run later in the afternoon, and I'll pick this up. I'll talk about how the swim went, and then can kind of talk about what the run is meant to be and kind of quick summary of that. So we will get into the day. Wow, this is so zoomed in, but I forgot my camera with going to the gym, so I've had to just whack out the phone. But it is 4:45, hour and 15 run to do now, and then that'll take us to 6 o'clock, and then I'm home and we're cooking a asparagus carbonara. It does have the pancetta in, so it's pancetta and asparagus carbonara. So I've got that for dinner, but the run that I've got is 75 minutes, long run slash just an easy run. Pretty nice and simple. There's nothing pacing wise that I have to go through. I think the runs going forward are going to start to get a little bit more exciting with adding in some interval work, which is great. So we just need to go and get this run done. We'll digest everything when I'm back home after dinner, once I've showered and everything, just kind of to run through how the training has gone today, because I haven't spoken about the swim yet and haven't spoken about the run. But I hate talking on this phone, so I'd rather just keep this short. So I'm gonna get in, do the run. You'll see probably a clip of me running on a treadmill. I hate treadmill running, but done it 3 times while away on holiday. About to do it again. We're getting more used to it. Got the headphones to basically brain rot during it because I don't get the change of scenery, so it's a little bit harder to mentally switch off when I'm just on a treadmill. So a little bit of switch up here. So we're back, done the swim, done the run. Let's give you a little bit of a summary how they both went. So swimming was meant to be 1600 meters. I actually only did 1400 meters, mainly because I wanted to get back to make sure Freya was okay. She was fine. Rome was having breakfast as well. But I just cut that I basically cut out the cool down and 1 set of the 100 meters, which wasn't too bad. And then in terms of the run, which I think went incredible. So running is a weird one. I think 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I put a message on Training Peaks to my coach, just saying, I feel like I'm in a rut with running. Every run is feeling really, really hard. Been away, every run successful, come back, every run successful. I know I've only done one, but the big thing that I want to take away is all 4 of the runs that have gone really, really well have been done on the treadmill, which is surprising. But the run that I did was 55 minutes at an easy pace, and then 20 minutes with tempo. So 75 minutes overall. Ran 13.25k, which gave me an average of 5 minutes and 40 seconds per kilometre. I did the easy pace at 5:49, I believe. I'm just trying to remember from the treadmill. But I remember my tempo pace, which was at 5:10. So the 5:10 tempo, which is comfortably hard, was the average just above the average pace that I ran my whole half marathon in. I think the half marathon that I ran was 5 minutes and 8 seconds per kilometre, obviously for 21 kilometres. So I feel like my fitness is getting much shooting up, which is really, really good. So no issues there. So tomorrow we're going to wake up, hopefully, and we've got 45-minute easy run, and then we've got lower body day to do as well. I feel like I'm in a really, really good rhythm at the moment, just with training, life, even with going on holiday. Still managed to keep the training levels up, which was really, really good. So I have no issues, no worries, no struggles currently. July is kind of like a full lock-in. I've got a friend here for 4 days. He's travelling from Australia to Dubai, and then go from Dubai to back to England. So I've got Ewan and his girlfriend here for 4 days, just as their stopover. So that's the back end. Again, I don't think it'll affect me. Let's face it, most people will not be. I know they might have jet lag, so they might get up a little bit earlier, but it's 2 hours, 2-3 hours a day I could just be doing my training, so no issue there. Plus he's got a girlfriend to keep him entertained, and obviously Rome as well. And then I've got the whole of August, apart from Rome's birthday, but that's 1 day, and it's not like we're going to be off the face of the earth for days around it. So we've got Rome's birthday. I'll obviously plan my training around that. And then we go to the UK, which I'm not too sure on the actual date. We're finalising it on Wednesday, just talking about going to book things. Freya and I have to schedule when to sit down to sort this stuff out. But I think she might be coming for a little bit longer than me, because she asked me if I would go for 2 weeks. I said no, and I did say to it solely selfish reasons, because each week, this is just the most selfish thing ever, trust me, I know, but each week I take off from the training that I'm doing, personally think it could affect the results of the race that I've got coming up, and the race cost me 700 quid to just enter. I'm not doing it to just come up and show up. I want to do well. So I might just fly a week later, and the main reason is I have such a good routine in my house. This is my area of living. I've also got a bike. I know I can use a gym bike, but they're so different. I've got my trainer, I've got my actual bike. I've got my swimming pool. Yes, I could use my local one, but it's so crap and demotivating going there. And then running, I can basically run anywhere, but it's just more I've got such a structure in this house. My routine is built around being here, and I just know going somewhere for 2 weeks, I then have to create a new routine. It's probably just mild autism seeping out of my veins whenever I think about things like that. So tomorrow we have got easy run, and then we have got a lower body session as well. Let's keep pushing. 20 weeks out. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 14th of July. Sat in the garden, just about to do a little bit of a warm-up before the 45-minute easy run. Doing it outside because, as I mentioned yesterday, I found the last 4 runs I've done on treadmill have gone really, really well. So I just need to get outside with the terrain. It is so warm. It's 31 degrees currently. It's about 5:20. 10-minute warm-up, run 5:30, 45 minutes, back 6:15. Not bad. Then I've got effectively an hour till Rome gets up, so that I can do a little bit of light work until I take over dad duties. So just gonna get it done. Gotta get the warm up in. I think I got my alarm goes off at 4:20. Didn't get out of bed till 4:40, so getting much better, like adjusting to waking up early again. As I mentioned in the video that I posted, I mentioned about the holiday, spoke about waking up later just because nothing was open till later, so my body's now got to adjust to the earlier mornings again, which end of the week it'll be back to normal, so I'm fine with that. But anyway, it's quite peaceful in the morning outside in the garden. There's like a couple of birds there. It gets light early here, which is great. I suppose it does when I'm in the UK in the summer, but here the sunset stays pretty much the same all year round. Probably goes max an hour later, whereas like the UK it can get dark at 10, which is one negative of here. It's like you don't get the longer evenings. There's a mosquito I've just seen. Brilliant. So I'm gonna get my warm up done and then we'll get this run checked off. The sunrise and sunset in the desert is so nice. Just under 20 minutes left. Run's gone well. Had the tiniest of stops just to show you the sunrise, which I didn't really have to do, but it's what it is. And then had to stop because the path that I was going to run down is closed, so I just had to pull up maps and look where I was going. The whole point of me telling you is just full transparency. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you need a small stop for whatever reason, yes, the sunrise wasn't a reason, feel free to take it. You could probably watch or see loads of athletes in their training blocks will take a small stop on at least once or twice of the training. Doesn't mean you're not training well, doesn't mean you're cheating. I actually just paused the watch, stopped for like the 30 seconds to remap, and I'm back on course. We now got 18 minutes left, averaging around 5:50 a kilometre, which is great. Funny that 5:50 to 6 minute a kilometre is the pace I want to run the marathon at after 180k cycle. Just makes me laugh at that. But if I can average these as my easy runs, maybe potentially go a little bit quicker, there could be maybe a sub 4 hour marathon on the cards. But we're not thinking about things like that. Saying sub 4 hour in the long run might not seem amazing, but the way I'm going to look at it is, would have just swam 3.8k, then got straight onto a 180k cycle. So if I could sub 4 hour marathon at the moment of recording, my first ever marathon, I think I'll be proud of that. Again, I watch too much elite level YouTube that I think I should be doing quicker. So we'll cross that bridge closer to town, see what fitness is like. Just gonna put the camera away, I have to pause to do that, and then finish the remaining 16k, but this run has been a success, so I'm happy with that. We're back in the same spot, so run done. Let me just close the gate. Run has been completed. We did 7.5k in the 45 minutes, which averaged like a 6:02 pace, which is fine. Keep your easy runs easy. Didn't do that in my half marathon block, and hence why I got injured. So we're taking everything a little bit more serious now. So this is something new. Literally today I just thought of doing it. It was just after the run, sitting out here, because we have a plug down there, and I'm gonna have a smoothie to kind of cool off a bit, because realistically I can't go and shower yet. So I'm gonna have a smoothie, which is 100 grams of mixed berries, 300 ml of milk, scoop of protein powder, scoop of collagen powder, which like 5 grams of collagen, my HMB, and then 5 grams of creatine, and I'll also have 5 grams of creatine while I train later. Then I've got two of the Fiol electrolyte sachets in there, which comes to like 700 milligrams of sodium. I've got a banana, and then I have my pill supplements. So I'm gonna blend this and just sit on the balcony, sit on this sofa outside, cool off a little bit. I say cool off, it's still like 31 degrees outside, but enjoy the smoothie, be able to blend it without having Freya come down and tell me off, and just chill out a little bit. Then hopefully I can shower and then get into probably the hour bit of work that I wanted to do before Rome gets up. So I'll catch you tomorrow for a swim and a run. Good morning and welcome to the last training day of the video. So today we are doing some intervals, and I've only really incorporated interval work the past 3 weeks since the IT band injury, basically since January. So it's been a hell of a long time. We have had a little bit of a speed work, and when I say speed work, it's like tempo, so where we're running comfortably hard and then we're doing a bit of easy run, whereas now it's like pacing wise. I'll read out this run. So it's called speed intervals, 20-minute warm up, then we have a 1 minute walk, and then 10 lots of 1 minute at 8 to 9 RPE, 1 minute at 1 to 2 RPE, 10-minute cool down. So it is very much now speed work fully incorporated, which is great. It is 5:30. Run's going to take us 51 minutes. Need to start getting the run started a little bit earlier. It's like the alarm goes off at 4:30, and I get up, get my phone, because it's the other side of the room, so that's like the prompt for me to not press snooze or anything. But I'm just kind of sat in bed for 15 minutes looking over apps, which I probably don't need to. So what I need to do is, I've got a device called a brick, so it's like a little square thing, and you tap your phone on it and it blocks all the apps, and the only way I can get off it or get the apps back is tapping my phone back on it. So what I need to do, bedtime, is just have it bricked up on like the setting where there's access to nothing. Then I sometimes come down and I sit on the sofa for about 10-15 minutes drinking my carbs and electrolytes, but then I sit on my phone during that, and I feel like I'm just wasting time. So what I think I might do is take my carbs and electrolytes to bed, alarm goes off, pick up the drink, basically sit and drink that. Then I'm digesting it already, because I have to. The reason why I sit on my phone is because I have to wait that period of time before I do any exercise, because otherwise I start to get like stomach cramps, because obviously I would have drank 500 ml of water and it's just not sat
was sat in my stomach. So then waiting that 15-20 minutes before I start doing exercise then means that feeling doesn't happen. But I know long term, as the runs get longer, I want to finish them earlier, or as early as possible. So I need to get in the habit of just getting up and getting it done. Today's 42 degrees. Right now it's 30 degrees. Humidity 73, so it's quite like a heavy day and a heavy morning, but from 7 till 9 there's just gushes of wind, but other than that, not much else. But like tomorrow it's 31 degrees at 4 AM. It's actually 31 degrees 2 AM, 3 AM, 4 AM, 5 AM, so it's like peak summer. It's never going to be below 30 degrees now, whatever time in the day, which just means this is what I got to deal with. I just want to kind of beat the sun, because as soon as the sun is on you, that's when you really start to feel it.
Warm up done. Now we're going to 10 by 10. Whew. Tell you what, you can really feel the air quality when you're out here, as in like right in the desert. You can kind of see it as well. It's just so dusty, and I feel like I can feel it on my skin because I'm sweating, but I feel like I can feel it as I breathe in. Not ideal, but hopefully it doesn't really affect me that much. Long term it might, but then anything can affect you long term, can't it? So 10 seconds left. Most of that was uphill, so great for the coming in the pace, because it means I'm downhill. Let me just pause while I finish off this bit. So most of it is going to be downhill, which is great. You could probably say, oh, that's slightly cheating, but I don't care. Majority of this is always uphill anyway with the route that I run, because I'll turn to go that way when I get to the bottom of this, and then that all is uphill. So more time uphill, less time downhill. But we were running at a 6:10 to 6:20 pace, treating the warm-up as a warm-up. Now we'll go and get into the harder blocks. Just quickly stopping. We're 7 sets in, 3 more to go. Surprised how hard this was going to be. I think it's a mixture of humidity, and then it's currently like 32 degrees. It's not ideal, is it? But as I've mentioned before, all the heat is just going to make my body more efficient. And let's face it, when I'm in Oman, I'm probably going to be racing 25 degrees, so the time I'm training is probably naturally what it's going to be there, probably be even hotter, just with the time of day I actually start the run. But we'll see. I think next time when I come on this run, because I'm always going to do my intervals on this flat, a slight bit of elevation, but I'm going to bring a water bottle with me, so because I'm so thirsty, like really badly, but didn't bring anything this time, so we will note that down for the next session. But quick extra minute, I was meant to do like a walk jog at RP of 1 to 2, but then obviously this clip's now 1 minute, almost 1 minute 30. But as I mentioned in the last video, or in my last clip actually, I'm not too fussed about having to stop occasionally. I'll still be working at the rate I'm meant to be. It's just so hot at the moment, so taking them small breaks will probably benefit my training. Apart from like long runs, potentially I won't have this, but I'll carry drinks with me. That is the run done. I'm big, red and sweaty. Christ, I can't believe I just said that. But got about 2 minute walk back home. Did 8.43 kilometers, so it averaged like 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Now the 10 minutes of, or the 10 lots of 1 minute on, 1 minute off, the 1 minute off I really
track them as an off period. So I was running at like 7 minutes a kilometre, which for me feels incredibly slow, but it meant I could average around the 4:20 to 4:30 mark across all of them, and that was where the effort is. It's not the 10 minutes or the 10 lots of off. So get back, have a smoothie, then I need to drink a lot of electrolytes. The biggest thing I learned from this run is massively underfueled, massively underhydrated. So 500 ml of water with 2 scoops of carbs and electrolytes actually isn't sufficient now, just with how hard my body is working. So with that, I think I'm gonna continue to have the 500 ml, but I'm gonna have that upstairs in the bedroom when the first alarm goes off. Should be cold with our aircon slightly. Then when I get downstairs, I'll have a 500 ml bottle with electrolytes in it, and then I'll have a couple of dates. I think that'll be a great amount of carbs then. I think I want to average like 80 to 100 grams of carbs this is mainly run days, pre-run. Just for the ones where I'm outside, it is a little bit more brutal. Could potentially on the long run day on Sunday, which will be in the next video, eat a little bit more than that. I've got to drive to the beach because doing it at the beach, so we'll cross that bridge on Saturday night. I need to plan beforehand. But we're back now, and I'll catch you in the next video.